Hey guys, what's going on? So today I wanted to talk about The Sims 4, and unfortunately I don't really have any gameplay to show because, well, nothing's been released except this picture and the fact that The Sims 4 is coming in 2014, which is exciting. I've always loved The Sims as a series. I played the crap out of The Sims when I was a little girl, and then Sims 2, I played the crap out of that. With The Sims 3, I've become an adult and I have a lot less time, but I still play it when I can. And I started to think, what should we expect from The Sims 4? What might I want from it as a fan of the game? And so I wanted to kind of share that with you guys, and I wanted you guys to share your thoughts with me. Of course, like by leaving a comment section below. I guess you guys can't really reply in voice to me through this video. That would be awesome though. It was a little scary, but it would be awesome. So I'll be hanging out in the comment section below. I'll reply to you guys and talk to you for a while. I can't be there all night, but I want to hang out with you guys tonight. Let's be friends and hang out in the comments. So lame. No, it's not lame. I swear, it's fun. At least I think it's fun. I like replying to comments. But anyways, The Sims 4 is coming, and what should we expect? So, first off, let's talk about some of the rumors, at least the ones I've heard. So first, I think it was in 2010 or 2011. Maybe, I don't know, it doesn't matter when the date was, but there was like this fake trailer released, and I say fake, I don't 100% know if it was a fake trailer. I don't think EA ever confirmed that it was fake, but it was supposedly from an architecture simulator, and it wasn't actually The Sims, but it showed like a house being designed, and it was really good graphics. Like if it was The Sims 4, like holy crap, it would have looked beautiful. But judging by this picture, I'm assuming those Sims who are at the bottom of that picture, The Sims, you know, it says The Sims 4, I put the word discussion, and then you have those three Sims, two redheads, interesting. They're a dying species, I heard, but it doesn't matter, and the brunettes. If those are what The Sims 4 looks like, it doesn't really look like graphics have improved that much. And if that's the case, even if graphics haven't improved too much with The Sims 4, I would imagine if they haven't, that the actual gameplay itself has really been tweaked and a lot has been added to it. But another rumor I heard was that someone told me that their friend was in a beta, and I don't know if I believe there's a beta yet. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. I'm not 100% sure. But they said something that I thought was really interesting. They said that floods had been added into the game, and I thought about that and I was like, wow, you know, SimCity has natural disasters. I think I'd like to see them on The Sims. Because could you imagine if like you're playing the game straight up, no cheats, and you're playing like, you know, gradually having your Sims work their way through a career, and then all of a sudden, like maybe, you know, they're at like level 5 of their career and a tornado comes in and just wipes out their house. That would be crazy. I mean, it would be hard to deal with. One, it would be a horrific situation, just as it would be in real life. And I'm not saying like we want to experience these things, but it's a simulator. I mean, you might as well make it as realistic as possible. And, you know, natural disasters could happen to any of us at any time, as bad as they may be. And I thought that would actually be really, really interesting to add on to the game. So I would love to see that be a thing, as long as it's not like, oh, here's a tornado every 20 days. That would suck. You know, I would not be a fan of that. But if they did it in a nice manner, it would be cool. Or they made the percentage of like hurricanes or tornadoes or floods happening very low, and depending on which natural disaster it is, maybe which neighborhood you're a part of. I'm not sure how the neighborhood system is going to work, but whatever. I thought that was kind of a cool thing, and I would love to see that. Another thing I was thinking about is, all right, so if you've been following The Sims since the beginning, you know that some of these expansion packs that they keep bringing out have been part of the series since The Sims. I mean, we've had, what, three? Yeah, three. There's 3 Sims. We've had 3 Pets expansion packs. I would just like Pets to be a part of The Sims 4. I don't want it to be an expansion pack anymore. I think we've bought enough expansion packs with Pets that we've earned it to have it in the actual game. Don't make me keep buying that expansion pack. Please, EA, please. And a few other expansion packs as well that just have happened since The Sims. Like, just put it in the game by now and start thinking of new expansion packs instead of just recycling the same ones over and over again. I would really like that, and I would appreciate that as a consumer. Sorry if I'm talking crappy. I'm just really passionate about The Sims, and I have all these like words going on in my head, and I just want to like blurt them all out and like punch a small child, even though I would never do that. It's crazy. I'm just passionate. So I would love to see them start to actually just have some of these expansions that we've seen over and over again as part of the base game. I think that would be nice. Another thing I read was that The Sims are going to continue to have the Sims 3 neighborhood system. So if you guys know, I'm assuming you played The Sims 3 or you've at least watched me play it on my channel if you've made it this far, is when you walk outside your house and let's say you want to go to town. In previous, like in The Sims 1, if I wanted to go on a hot date, I would have to bring up another loading screen and it would load up another neighborhood. That's not the case anymore, and you guys know it's just a pretty flawless experience. If you want to go to town, you walk there and you see your Sim walk there, and there's no loading screens, and it's nice. And they are bringing that. I know it was a rumor when I read that they are bringing that back, but I would assume they're bringing that back, because why wouldn't they? And one thing I hope that they also have with that is maybe the ability to visit other neighborhoods in a more flawless system as well, so you don't have to load another one up, or maybe the map of the neighborhood is just larger, and so I just feel like the Sim neighborhoods right now are cool, but I don't feel they're big enough. Like, there's not enough people. I would like to see a lot more people in the neighborhood. Like, sometimes when you have these city maps, is it Bridgeport that's the city? It has skyscrapers and stuff. I want it to be like a city. I want there to be tons of Sims. As of right now, there's not enough, and I would like to see it on a larger scale. Another thing I would love to see that I think The Sims has really been lacking is the actual aging experience. So for right now, it's just like you're a kid and then boom, you're a teenager, and that's how it works. I would love to see the aging process slowly happen, so it just gradually happens instead of it being like, boom, you're a teenager, you're an adult, you're an elder. Like, I want it to slowly happen. I think that's much more interesting than the system they have now. And would that probably be pretty hard for them to incorporate in an actual game setting? I would imagine it would be difficult to add, but I would love to see it. I really would. Another thing that I would really, really like is to incorporate real life problems a little bit better, or even not even problems, like successes or achievements a little better. So maybe an example might be you have a teenage Sim and maybe he's dealing with a bully. Now, in The Sims as of now, you would just have negative interactions with that particular bully. But what if that bully's friends also started to have negative interactions with your Sim because, they're close to the bully and they're gonna think similarly? I would just like to see some of these issues become a little bit more intricate. Like, maybe if your Sim's love life with their spouse becomes just predictable and boring, like maybe their spouse is gonna, be like, oh, maybe we should get divorced. Like, put more real life issues in there, and triumphs, of course, too. Like, I don't know, what's a triumph? Gosh, I've been thinking so negatively right here, apparently. I don't really think negatively. I'm a pretty happy person, but apparently when I'm talking about The Sims, I'm like, death! Ugh! I'm sorry, guys. I don't know. Either way, I just want the negatives and the positive events in someone's life to be a little more intricate in the Sim. I know they've added a lot of these types of things, but they can definitely be more intricate. Another detail I would like to see is real-life disease or mental disorders, personality disorders, various things that we experience in the real world. Maybe you can have a Sim who has ADHD or something of that sort, where you can really personalize each Sim to such a level that they truly are an individual. I know they have the traits now, and those really do help. It does help make the Sims individualized, but it could definitely be more detailed and more complex, and I would love to see something like that. Like, if my sim has been having just problems over and over and over again, it would be interesting to see the sim become depressed and maybe have to visit a doctor due to their depression, and maybe they start struggling at work because of that depression. That would be interesting, and it would be more lifelike. Another thing I would love is to see a much more detailed customization itself, like when you're making your Sims. The hairstyles, they always have set hairstyles, and yes, you can go online and download, you know, custom made stuff or make your own. But what if you had the ability right then and there to maybe make a few snips, you know, cut their hair? I think the coloring system is pretty good right now. I'm sure they could make that more detailed somehow, but I don't have a problem with that as of now. I actually really like it. But, you know, adding more detail to the actual shape of the hair, that would be awesome. And another thing I think a lot of people want to see is just more social interactions, because it seems like after you play The Sims so much, it's like the same social interactions over and over and over again. And it's so difficult, I think. If I was, you know, Maxis right now and I was developing this game, I would be like, man, how do you add more social aspects to the game? It would seem really difficult, because how much can you really do? So I don't know. I think they've added a lot in the past, and eventually it all becomes the same thing. And so I don't know how they can make social interactions a little bit more different and unique. Maybe you guys have some ideas, but these are just some of the thoughts I've had with The Sims 4, and I guess I'll leave it there. I would love to know what you guys would like to see, or any rumors you've heard. Just share anything you want to talk about dealing with The Sims 4 down below in the comment section below. Like I said, I'll be hanging out reading the comments for a couple hours, and yeah, I'm just curious, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day.